Have you ever wondered if your brain is stuck the way it is? Many people believe that once you become an adult, your brain stops changing. They think it's like a statue, hard and fixed forever. But what if I told you that your brain is actually more like soft clay, something you can shape and change every single day of your life? It's a powerful idea, and it's completely true. Your brain has a secret power, and today, we're going to unlock that secret together. Understanding this can change how you think about learning, making mistakes, and even growing older. It's a journey into the most incredible machine you will ever own, your own mind. Welcome to English Smarties, the place where you practice your English listening skills with captivating topics. I'm so glad you're here to join me. Today we are exploring a truly fascinating subject that affects every single one of us. We are diving deep into the human brain, but don't worry, we will keep things simple and easy to understand. For a very long time, scientists and doctors believed the brain was a static organ. They thought that after childhood, the brain structure was set in stone. If a part of the brain was damaged, that was it. The abilities controlled by that part were lost forever. This old way of thinking made people feel hopeless about brain injuries and learning difficulties. But new discoveries have completely turned this old idea on its head, showing us a much more hopeful and dynamic picture of our mental world. So, what is this amazing hidden power of the brain? It has a scientific name, neuroplasticity. Let's break that word down to make it easier to understand. Neuro refers to neurons, which are the tiny nerve cells in your brain. Think of them as the building blocks of your brain. Plastic means something that is changeable, moldable, and can be shaped. So, neuroplasticity simply means that your brain cells, the neurons, have the ability to change and reorganize themselves. It's the brain's natural talent for adapting and learning, and it is happening inside your head right this very moment. Imagine your brain is a huge city. The roads in this city are the connections between your neurons. When you do something for the first time, like trying to solve a new math problem, you are building a small new dirt path in your brain city. It's a bit slow and difficult to travel on at first, but if you keep practicing that math problem, that little dirt path gets wider. Soon it becomes a paved road. With even more practice, it can become a big, multi-lane highway. This is neuroplasticity in action, making certain connections stronger and faster through repetition and practice. Let's think about a common experience, learning to ride a bicycle. Do you remember what it was like? At first it feels impossible. You have to think about so many things at once, balancing, pedaling, steering, and watching where you are going. This is because your brain has not yet built the necessary neural pathways for this complex skill. Your neurons are trying to communicate with each other to coordinate all these new movements, but the connections are weak and inefficient. But you don't give up. You get back on the bike day after day. With each attempt, your brain is hard at work. The neurons responsible for balance, leg movement, and steering start to form stronger connections. Then, one day, something amazing happens. You get on the bike, start pedaling, and you just go. You are no longer thinking about every little movement. It feels natural, almost automatic. This is the moment when your brain's new highway is complete. The connections between the neurons are now so strong and efficient that they can operate without your conscious effort. Learning to play a musical instrument like the guitar or the piano is another fantastic example of neuroplasticity. When you first pick up a guitar, your fingers feel clumsy on the strings. You have to think very hard to place each finger in the right spot to form a chord. Scientists have studied the brains of musicians and found that the areas responsible for hearing, motor control, like finger movements, and memory are often larger and more developed than in non-musicians. The professional, however, seems to just let the music flow through them. Their fingers dance across the keys effortlessly. This is because, through thousands of hours of practice, their brain has automated the entire process. The neural circuits for playing the piano are so strong that it requires very little conscious thought, which frees up their mind to focus on the emotion and artistry of the music. Neuroplasticity is not just for learning new skills, it also plays an incredibly important role in recovery after a brain injury. For a long time, it was believed that if a part of the brain was damaged, for example by a stroke or an accident, the abilities controlled by that area were lost forever. A stroke can damage the part of the brain that controls movement on one side of the body, leaving a person unable to move their arm or leg. However, thanks to our understanding of neuroplasticity, we now know that the brain has an amazing ability to heal and reorganize itself. When one area of the brain is damaged, other healthy areas can often take over the functions of the damaged part. It's like in a city where a major highway is closed due to construction. At first there is a big traffic jam, but over time people find new routes using smaller side streets. The city adapts. Through therapy and rehabilitation, patients can encourage healthy parts of their brain to form new connections and create new pathways. For example, a stroke survivor who cannot move their arm might go through a special kind of therapy. In this therapy, they are encouraged to try to move the affected arm over and over again. Even if the movement is very small at first, each attempt sends signals to the brain. These signals encourage new neural pathways to form in healthy brain tissue, bypassing the damaged area. Over weeks and months of hard work and repetition, these new pathways can become strong enough to restore movement to the arm. These incredible comeback stories are happening every day in hospitals and rehabilitation centers around the world. We see people regaining the ability to walk, talk, and live independently after serious brain injuries. This is all possible because the brain is not a rigid, unchangeable machine. It is a dynamic and resilient organ that can rewire itself to overcome incredible challenges. This knowledge has given new hope to millions of people and has completely changed how doctors and therapists approach brain injury recovery. It proves that with the right stimulation and hard work, the brain can perform miracles. The wonderful news is that you don't need to learn a complex instrument or recover from an injury to use neuroplasticity. You can take small, simple steps every single day to keep your brain healthy, sharp, and adaptable. One of the best things you can do is to never stop learning. Challenge your brain with new things. This could be anything from learning a new language like you are doing right now, by watching this video to trying a new recipe for dinner, or taking a different route on your daily walk. New experiences force your brain to build new connections and stay flexible. Physical exercise is also incredibly important for brain health. When you exercise, you increase blood flow to your brain, which delivers oxygen and important nutrients that your neurons need to function well. Exercise also helps create new brain cells, especially in the area of the brain related to learning and memory. You don't have to run a marathon. Even a brisk 30-minute walk each day can make a big difference. Getting enough quality sleep is another crucial factor. While you are sleeping, your brain is very busy. It's cleaning out waste products that build up during the day, and, most importantly, it's consolidating your memories. This means it is strengthening the neural connections you made while you were awake. Think of sleep as the time when your brain saves all the new information you learned. Without enough sleep, your brain can't efficiently build those new roads and highways, making it harder to learn and remember things. Finally, social interaction is a powerful brain booster. Talking with friends, sharing ideas, and engaging in conversations challenges your brain in many ways. You have to listen, process information, access memories, and formulate your own thoughts to respond. This complex mental workout helps keep your brain sharp and active. Staying connected with other people is not just good for your emotional health, it's a fantastic way to exercise your brain's social circuits. We have learned so much today about our amazing, adaptable brains. We now know that our brains are not fixed like a rock, but are constantly changing and evolving with every new experience we have. We saw how learning a new skill, like riding a bike or playing the piano, physically rewires our neural pathways. This process, called neuroplasticity, is what allows us to learn, grow, and become better at things with practice. We also discovered the hopeful truth that this same power helps the brain recover after an injury, with healthy areas taking over for damaged ones. The key takeaway is that you are in the driver's seat. You have the power to shape your own brain. The choices you make every day, what you decide to learn, how much you move your body, and even the thoughts you choose to focus on, are all actively building the brain you will have tomorrow. This is an incredibly empowering idea. It means that you can always learn something new, you can always improve, and you can always change. Your potential is not limited. You are the architect of your own mind, capable of building new roads and strengthening the ones that lead you to where you want to go. This journey into the brain shows us that effort and practice are what truly matter. When you struggle to learn something new, like a difficult English grammar rule, it's not a sign that you are not smart enough. It is the sign of your brain working hard to build a new connection. It's the feeling of neuroplasticity in action. So embrace the struggle, be patient with yourself, and keep practicing. With every attempt, you are making that neural pathway a little bit stronger. Now, I have a question for you. I would love to hear about your own experiences with neuroplasticity. Think about a time you learned a new skill that was very difficult at first, but eventually became easy. What was the skill? Was it learning to cook, learning to drive a car, or maybe mastering a video game. Please share your story in the comments below. I look forward to reading about how you have changed your own brain. If you found this video helpful, be sure to come back for more. And remember, stay curious.